Grant Cardone here. Welcome to Power Players. You know, every week I bring you somebody in power. This cat right here, you know his name. If you don't know his name, you need to know his name. You probably know his voice.
Gary Vaynerchuk. Dude, how about superpower? I don't want to just be power.
I love superpower.
Can I be superpower?
Well, everybody's got superpowers, okay? I've been trying to get this guy together. I've been wanting to do something with you because I want to collaborate with straight, legit entrepreneurs. They're not all that. Not all the self-help guru guys. Would you agree?
Of course, a lot of people sell, there's a lot. I've built 2 actual physical businesses on my theses, and there's a lot of ways to monetize. And by the way, I want to set the tone right from the get. I don't begrudge how anybody wants to actually monetize. I just take a lot of pride in that my end game isn't just monetizing my personal brand. I like to. I like getting paid $100,000 to speak because I like it, and that's more money than I made when I was 30. Like I love it. But I do have a lot of pride in the fact that I actually build businesses, and the fact that my Twitter and YouTube and all my social media propaganda led to me selling lots of bottles of wine. It led to me building a 600-person digital social agency on Madison Avenue that has Toyota and GE and Pepsi and Johnson & Johnson.
No, that's legit. That's
and
big.
Fox and Turner, like real companies. So I like that.
So this is Power Players, okay? And this cat has gotten to power. I don't know if you know his story, but he came here from Bulgaria.
Belarus.
Belarus. I don't even know where Belarus is, okay?
Don't worry.
Part of an exchange program where Soviet Jews were.
I don't even really know where Belarus is.
Right. But I want to ask you about your heritage and being Jewish and the immigrant thing, because I believe, like, if I have a choice, I don't think I can say this actually, but if I have a choice between an immigrant and a U.S. person,
I'll say it.
I'm hiring the immigrant.
My
every
next
time.
book's title is, I've got 2 books that are still in my head that will come next. 3. One is called Crushed It, which is following thousands of people that read Crush It in 2009 and did it, which is the ultimate fucking book. One's called Perfectly Parented. It's a parenting book talking about how my parents raised me as an entrepreneur, and I'm an immigrant, and I'm getting D's and F's, and education's the way out in the 80s and 90s for immigrants, but my parents reverse engineered who I was, put me in a position to succeed, and I owe so much to that. And right now we have parents that are so micromanaging their kids and aren't allowing them to be them. They're doing what makes the parent feel good. They want to put a fucking Harvard sticker on their car.
So we're gonna,
Hold on, let me finish the third one. And the third one, don't worry, I know we don't have that much time, but we're doing it. I'll miss my play. The third one is, I wish everybody was an immigrant. And it talks about how if more entrepreneurs did it like immigrants, work ethic, save money, blah, 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 they'd win.
Okay, so
sorry.
Look, what we're gonna do
I get ranty.
No, exactly. So, and people say I interrupt people. I'm like, dude, you gotta control the interview. Okay?
Respect.
There's a certain product I wanna get out of this, which is you guys out there watching, learn how to get in power. This cat's in power, okay? He can command a big fee. He can control his schedule. I waited for him for 40 minutes here, right?
Sorry.
So that's what happens when you're in power. And I want you guys, every one of you, I genuinely mean this, I want you to be in power. So let's go back to who Gary V was.
Yes.
As a kid, in case people don't know.
6 lemonade stands, riding my big wheels around. It was DNA from the get. It's why I think entrepreneurship is really born. Nobody taught me to sell people's flowers.
And you don't think it's possible to grow the entrepreneur?
I do. I think it's possible to grow anything. I think that I could be a better singer in 3 years. I think that I could be a better basketball player. Do I think I can become Beyonce and LeBron even if I started at 6 years old? No, I do not.
Yeah, that's right.
And so,
but you have a better chance of being a master entrepreneur than a master basketball player.
I don't know. Is how I answered that. I do think that salesmanship and organizational understanding and reverse engineering and pattern recognition is absolutely a talent. And I think, Grant, it's funny you asked me that. I think we in the world have accepted music and sports as a pure play talent. And I think entrepreneurship is something we think everybody has. And I do think everybody can. And by the way, I think it's phenomenal to go from working at a job and not being on your own rules to making a business that makes $89,000 a year, but you get to do it your way. There's different levels. Like, not everybody's gonna try and buy the New York Jets like me. Right? Like,
not. You think you'll pull that up?
I do.
Okay.
I really
I'm pulling for you, dude.
You know,
I'm pulling for you.
I do, but I think this is an important conversation.
You gotta get him to win a few games, though.
I get it. We won 10
I don't know
this year.
how do you find time to go to a game on a weekend, dude?
Because it's my religion.
Right.
Real quick, and this is important. And this is important, Grant, because I think in the space where people look at us and other people to get inspired, I know this is wrapping up. How much time do I have? 2 minutes?
I'll
get this up.
Shit,
watch
dude,
this.
You got 3 stories.
In a world where people need to be more practical, meaning not everybody's going to be a millionaire. It's just the truth. The data's against you. But it is phenomenal to live a life where you get to make the rules and you make enough money to live your life.
Okay, so hang on a second.
Please.
Okay, so let's go back to who the DNA thing. Okay, so you're a kid, poor family.
Baseball cards, get dragged to my dad's.
Why did you want the baseball cards?
Because my DNA said sell shit, and like it was more fun for me to make money and sell shit.
Okay, if it wasn't your DNA telling you that, what was it?
Watching my parents' behavior, right? My dad was working every hour of his life. We had nothing. All of a sudden, we don't live in a studio apartment. All of a sudden, we live in New Jersey and there's a backyard. That seems like a good thing. And so watching my parents' behavior.
So you're collecting data. You're how old at this point?
6, 7, 8, 9,
So you're
10.
collecting data. You're like, dude, I think I like the yard thing better than the.
Yeah, I mean, it's better, right? like it's better. But what I liked was the hustle of the game. I like the thrill of saying, hey kid, do you want to buy this lollipop? And she's saying no. And then being like, well, I have to figure this out.
You liked it, why? You liked it because of the money? You
I
liked
like
it because
losing.
of the score?
I like losing.
You like losing?
Yeah, I'm going to throw you for a curveball.
Dude.
I like losing.
That's a title right there,
I
bro.
like losing.
What? Tell me.
Because when you lose, it makes you understand what a win feels like. When you lose and you break through and you win, it feels the best.
Yeah, right.
It feels the best.
Right.
I enjoy losing. That's why I love being a Jets fan. No Super Bowls, nothing. I love, and I mean this, I love the climb, real quick, I love the climb more than the results.
Okay, when we come back, this is Gary Vaynerchuk, okay, master entrepreneur, serious social media guy, probably top 2 or 3 social media guys in the world, right? Me and this guy own space right now. I mean, people put our names together. So when we come back from break, we're going to talk about his rise up and how you can have that too, all right? Okay, hey, welcome back to Power Players. Grant Cardone here. Every week I bring you somebody in power and somebody generous enough with their time that is in power that can actually share their time. This is Gary Vaynerchuk, top social media person in the world, best-selling author, owns what was the funding for your media company?
So VaynerMedia, there was zero funding.
Yeah.
My brother AJ and I over the last 6 years have grown it from $0 to $100 million a year revenue business. And we do the strategy, the creative output.
You're a rich guy.
Yeah, I'm a rich guy.
Yeah.
I'm a rich guy.
Okay,
and I'm gonna get really rich.
So let me
because I'm patient.
Yeah, let me go back to this thing you said about the 89,000. The entrepreneur that works for themselves and makes 89 grand. Because I got to tell you, I'm like, you don't want to do that deal for 90 grand.
You don't because you have enough talent to do more. But the guy or gal that makes $47,000 a year working at Walmart and has to work on Christmas Day because he or she is not in control, thinks making $89,000 a year and doing it on their terms is fucking awesome. And so that's that. And I mean this is one of the misnomer conversations in this space. Like making enough that makes you happy.
Yeah.
And doing stuff that you want to do when you want to do it is unbelievable. My brother-in-law, Justin, who I love with all my heart, has been working at Wine Library for the last 15 years. He's now gonna come and do recruiting for VaynerMedia because I think it's about putting players in a position to succeed. His people skills are gnarly, unbelievable.
He's good at it.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
And so
I'm terrible at people.
He's about to live in a world where he's moving from retail to doing recruiting, and he's going through this crazy process right now because he doesn't know what it's like to be at home on Saturday with his 2 kids. He's so emotional because he's had to work Saturday because that's the game, and he's gonna make more money because he's better at it. Like it's so obvious to me, but the problem is everybody watching right now, they want $1 million, they want 10 million,
Dude,
they want $1 billion.
I don't think they do. The people I talk to don't want enough because they think it's out of reach. They think somebody told them, dude, you can't have that.
Here's what I think is happening, my man.
Yeah.
I think they deep down know they can't make $1 billion or 100 million, and so they shut down completely. I think if you go about it a different way and say, look, this is about making 150,000 on your terms versus 49,000 on not your terms. That's like, wait a minute, that I can do. People are very, very realistic in their deepest secrets when they're closed-eyed and thinking to themselves. And no matter how much we tell them, go get it, go do it, if they know, because they're 38 and have lived 38 years, that they're not gonna build $1 million company, then they're not gonna go and do it.
Yeah, or is the advice they've been given possibly incorrect?
Well, there's a whole nother genre that we can talk about, which is your fucking parents suck.
Yeah.
And told you that you're not good.
Yeah.
And that you can't do it. Or your neighborhood is shit and told you nobody gets out of this neighborhood. Or losing players.
Were you told some of that stuff?
No, which is why I'm a winner. My fucking mom said that you're unstoppable. I'd come home with an F and she'd punish me to make sure I knew that there was checks and balances in life, but she never said that that was a proxy to me being successful. And more importantly, I got weird because of my DNA that when people did tell me I sucked, it made me want to win more.
So are there brothers and sisters?
Yes, younger.
How many?
I have a younger sister, 3.5 years younger, and my brother AJ, 11 years younger.
And are they as successful as you are?
My brother's my partner in VaynerMedia,
Okay.
so by proxy.
Is he as successful as you though?
No.
You're the alpha dog.
Yes, but
So same family.
Yes.
Same rules.
Yep.
Same messages.
DNA. D and fucking A.
Now.
Why I'm pounding this? Not everybody's fucking born to make $10 million a year. But
okay,
go ahead.
People knew.
Yes.
Hey man, they need to make more money. I mean, where's money at in your hierarchy of importance?
Extremely low.
Okay.
Legacy, like I would tell you that if you came and audited my last 20 years of my career, you'd be grossly disappointed. Because I've left enormous amounts of money. As a matter of fact, my one true vulnerability, my true kryptonite is being 80 years old sitting around and getting bitter that I left a lot on the table because I'm always hedging for the future. I'm here to bring you and to bring them value. Do I want to sell books? Absolutely. Do I make any money? Not really.
Look, I was telling my wife this morning, I said, look, we sell 500 books today.
Who gives a fuck?
He makes 500 at 10,000. He makes 15% of that, right? Is that the deal? Something like that. You've already made your money on the books.
I make my money because what I wrote about in this book is right. And in 4 years, when I'm right, I get paid $100,000 to do a speech because I've been right for fucking 10 years about Facebook, Twitter, Uber, and now people are like, he's entertaining and he's right.
Right.
So I'm playing for legacy more than anything. I've already made
So how does the guy though that's paying his bills, he's got 2 kids, he's married, he promised her a bunch. How does he play the legacy game out and the financial game? Because we live on an economic planet.
By playing the financial game first.
Yes. Thank you.
You can't worry about being.
I'm glad you came around, man.
You know, you can't be all time if you didn't have results. You can't just say you're one of the greats. I can't say I'm one of the greatest badminton players of all time if I didn't do it. First, you have to do it. But the way he or she does that is by putting themselves in the best position to succeed. I met a kid last night. Business went from $0 to $5 million in sales in 2 minutes. All Instagram, all the shit I spewed. I saved his life. I'm the best. I'm 27, Gary. I'm high energy. I'm just like you. And by the time I'm 30, I'm going to be a billionaire. I stopped him. I said, why are you even doing that? First of all, you're probably not. Because you're 27, you got 5 million, and I don't see anything that gets you to $1 billion in your behavior right now. Number 2, you pulled off a fucking unbelievable thing, and you're downplaying your success because you're telling smart people like me you're gonna hit $1 billion in 30, and in 3 years I'm gonna see you and you're not gonna hit $1 billion, and you've set yourself for a loss. And most of all, and this is why I'm telling this story, if you truly are convincing yourself that you're gonna hit $1 billion by the time you're 30, and you're at 5 million from 0 at 27, and you're not gonna pull it off, all your behavior for the next 36 months is going to be predicated on short-term behavior, not long-term behavior. And the best way to make real money, wealth, not being rich, is to do things for the long term because his life continues at 31.
Sure.
How old are you?
57.
I'm 40. We have look at you. You act like you're 21.
Yeah.
I look at you. I'm like 17.
You're saying I'm immature or what?
No, I'm saying when you're a fucking live, you're fucking live.
Yeah, exactly.
Steve Ross owns the Miami Dolphins. He's my business partner. Right? It's fun to be down here.
That's awesome.
Right? He's 75. We went to Super Bowl this weekend. Saturday before Super Bowl, we go to a business meeting. A lot of big shit, cool shit. We get back to the hotel. Who are the only 2 people having drinks from midnight to 1:30 in the morning? Me, my brother, and Steve Ross. Guy's 75 and grinding and hustling. You got time.
Yeah, but the grind and the hustle, because I hear you talk about the hustle a lot.
24/7.
I hear guys running around hustling. I'm like, yeah, but dude.
It's why I do Daily V. I wanted to show all of you, you're not working as hard as me. Nobody is.
And just because you're hustling, if you're hustling and in the cash register isn't ringing, would you tell them, hey, something
means you're poorly hustling.
Exactly.
Now, that being said, sometimes you need a few minutes. Don't this is why you have to go individual. That's why these things are great, but then you got to really get them in.
And by the way, we're gonna do a thing, a private.
Yes.
What do you call it? A private stream. We're going to do a private stream.
For everybody who buys 25
Anybody
books.
that buys 25 books or more, you email him, Gary Vaynerchuk.
Nope, Gary at VaynerMedia.com.
Gary at VaynerMedia, man. Why are you complicated, dude?
I'm complicated.
Okay, no, you're not.
Complicated
You're a simple
is
guy,
interesting.
and that's why you're doing well. Stay with us. This is Power Players. Grant Cardone with Gary Vaynerchuk. you got on you right now? We on right now? Dude, this is debt right there.
You have how much?
I got more than you.
Of course you do. I have $100.
This is debt. This is all debt.
I get it.
This is backed by one thing, debt.
I get it. I get it.
It's all garbage. The whole game is garbage. Would you borrow money?
Well, I borrow money now because there's no fucking interest on it.
Huh?
Money's great right now. The problem is it's the same old game, right? Which is it's the same thing around the lottery. It's the same thing about all these things. It's tough for us, and I'm sure you deal with this.
Yeah.
I struggle with giving advice because I need more context. If you're a fucking idiot, you shouldn't borrow money because you're gonna go way worse. You know, like.
What's the difference? You're gonna be broke either way. You're an idiot. Why not borrow the money?
So look, it depends on how you borrow money. Here, let me give you a real good idiot play. Student loans. Yeah. That's the most idiot.
Yeah.
Because that you can't get out of.
That's one of my questions. Okay,
Go ahead. College, hate it.
Hate it, right?
Or entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
If you need.
How much money will you make this year?
I will make.
What are you gonna pay taxes on? What number will you pay taxes on?
Probably 17.
Yeah. Okay. 17 million, right? He's gonna make 17 million. Is your best year? It's gonna be your best year?
Yes.
So, and he's telling you don't go to college. Did you finish?
Yes, but I went to Mount Ida College.
Yeah, I went to McNeese State University.
This is how.
If you give
this
them
is how.
money,
By the way,
this
is how I got to Mount Ida College. I got a postcard in the mail in March of my senior year of high school, and my mom finally woke up and realized she didn't know the process. Yeah. She was an immigrant, and she's like, "You're going to college," and I'm like, "No, Mom, I didn't. I didn't apply for anything." She's like, "You're going to college." I'm like, "Crap, all right." And then a postcard came. Yeah. I filled it out, and that's how I went to Mount Ida College.
Yeah. What'd you study there?
Madden 94.
Okay. Tell us the story. Tell us the story about pulling flowers and reselling them.
Yes, this is who I am. This is my DNA. The first business I ever had in my life, I would go around the neighborhood, I would pull people's flowers out of their yards, I'd ring their doorbell and sell it back to them.
Dude, that's not,
It's not super Listen,
super ethical.
This is why my dad has such a big impact on my life. When I turned 14 and got in my dad's business, the first thing he taught me was that. And it saved my ass. The same reason. Word is bond. Word is bond. Word is bond. And that's it. And it saved me because when you have this much level of charisma.
Well, what's that got to do with pulling the flowers?
I'll explain.
Okay.
It basically elevated into ethics.
Got
it. It's even the spiel that I've been. Look, I'm not confused that some of the things I'm spewing here are not exactly aligned with you or everybody else. It's what feels right to me, just like you do what feels right to you. We all say what we say, and so. But what my dad did for me, when you have as much salesmanship and charisma and story capabilities as I do, this is just the truth.
Yeah.
You can manipulate. I can make anything happen. I can fundamentally make almost any human do anything. I'm being dead serious.
Make me do something right now.
I'll make you do something without you knowing, and then I'll tell you the story of how it happened.
Okay, I like that.
Okay, good. So
wow, man, am I gonna like this?
You're gonna love it.
Okay.
And so what's interesting about that is that's dangerous. That's Hitler. That's a cult.
If the intent's bad.
Correct. And I don't have bad intent, so I was gonna be okay. What my dad did was speed up what I would have learned by becoming a wiser man. And so at a younger age, I became more straight and narrow and less full of shit. And that helped me so much.
Right, you grew up, right? You grew up or you
Faster.
grew down, okay? Now, I got somebody that wants to ask you a couple questions.
Okay, great.
We got questions. Can
Let's
you
do
set
it.
that up, Robert? Yes. The questions?
Yeah.
And while we're waiting for
Yes.
Robert to do that, what would you do different today if you were starting over right now?
I'd hang out with friends and hook up with more chicks. When I started, I punted my 20s. I worked every hour.
Oh, yeah?
I didn't go out.
So you would play more?
I would play a little bit more only because, and I don't know if people understand this, though Daily V, my video shows finally made people understand this, I worked every hour of my 20s, all of them.
Yeah, I did too. So
all of them.
Why would you do that different? I would work hard.
By the way,
I would work hard.
Well, I couldn't have.
And
I worked every minute.
Huh?
Would
you have gone bigger?
Listen, the truth is, you're asking me what I would do over, right?
Yeah. What would you do different?
That's right. If I had to do it over, I wouldn't do anything different.
Yeah.
I'm the happiest human I've ever been right this second sitting with you right now. Like every day that goes by where everybody's healthy and I'm doing my thing, happier. But, dude, I really fucking didn't, like, I don't know how serious you're being. Like,
no,
I didn't do anything. Like, nothing. My high school friends aren't my closest friends because I left and I worked.
High school friends.
My college friends aren't my closest friends. Like,
they sent me a list of somebody that died. Every week I get somebody that died at the high school. I'm like, sure, take me off the list. I don't care.
Yeah.
These are not my friends anymore. Do you think people need to change their friends throughout their lifetime?
Not if they have good friends. I mean, I wish I was hanging out with Garrett Van Fleet and T. Adam Blum and Joe Minakawa. I just punted my 20s. I just punted them. I just worked I worked every minute. Like, and by the way,
You don't regret that?
I'm ridiculously successful. Now with Snapchat stories and Daily V, I know that I can tell by your body language. You guys see how hard I'm working now. Think about what I was doing when I didn't have it.
Who works harder, me or you?
Me.
100%. How do you know that?
You just can't be working 18 hours a day every day the way I am. I just don't think you are. I just believe it in my heart.
You don't really know anything about me.
You're right.
Okay.
That's how hard
Biggest
I'm working.
mistake you've ever made. Biggest mistake you've ever made.
Passing on Uber's angel round twice because that $50,000 would be worth $400 million. Mm-hmm. And that hurts. And by the way, go look at Crush It right now. The only person I acknowledge besides my family, 2.5 years before Uber was created, was the CEO and founder of Uber.
So you wrote about something and then didn't follow up on your own knowingness.
No, not true. I thank Travis Kalanick, who's my buddy and one of my best friends.
I love the way I argues with me first. It's always going to be no first, and then it's going to be.
Well, I love saying yes if I agree.
I love it.
Anyway, I just passed on one of my best friend's businesses because I was being conservative, and it taught me a good lesson. I just bought a new apartment and liquidated heavy. I was using my own post-tax money and investing, and I didn't think he was going to do it. They hired somebody else to do it, so there was a series of things that led to it.
Talk to me about the question you hate most in an interview. I know you do a lot of interviews.
There's a lot of things I hate. I hate the question of, Gary, what's the one question nobody asks you that you wish they'd ask? I don't even know how to answer that. The thing I hate the most, this is just going to save me some time, is I get 10 emails a day that are titled, Gary, read this email. It would help you buy the New York Jets. That's an instant eliminator. I hate that.
And how long is that email?
I don't know. I delete it right away.
Oh, excuse me.
That I hate that title. So
I got two questions for you. Okay,
let's do it.
They're going to play them right up here. Okay, and then we'll insert it.
Good.
Hey Gary, my girls want to ask you something.
Gary, my question is, do you own a candy store?
Whoa, I'll have to check with them and ask. Okay, and Sabrina?
My question is, why did you come to my father's studio?
Wow. Awesome questions, guys. Thank you. I'll find out from Gary and I'll get it back to you, okay?
Okay.
And why did you come to my daddy's studio?
Great questions. First of all, big statement.
Yeah.
Thank God the girls look like your wife.
Yeah.
Second,
well, they're not my kids.
Oh God, is that right?
Yeah.
Is that right?
I don't know.
I
have
got
no
it.
proof, dude.
I get it. Second of all,
They look like my
do
neighbors'
I have a
kids.
candy store? No,
okay.
but my two kids, 6 and 3, adore Dylan's Candy Bar, which is not too far from my apartment in New York City. So there's that. Why did I come here? I came here because of a couple things. Number one, tenacity. You've wanted this to happen. Mm-hmm. I appreciate hustle. I love hustle, and I can feel it, and I can taste it, and I like it. 2, audience crossover. Enough people in my streams are like, would love to see you guys together. They want to see what would happen. So that's fun. 3, anybody who cares about empowering other people to be entrepreneurs in 2016, though clearly I may not agree with every one of the things they believe in, and they may not agree with everything that I believe in, I love to interact and engage with those individuals because it is the most interesting thing in our society. We live in a country. I was born in a communist country.
Right.
This is why I get pissed about politics.
Right.
When everybody says Obama's a socialist, you're a fucking idiot. Go live in the Soviet Union for a year and understand what communism and socialism really is. Now, it may not be the way of capitalism that you want it or your grandpappy grew up with it, but it is not socialism, and it's not even close. Number 1. Number 2, everybody has an at-bat. The difference.
A what?
An at-bat.
Yeah.
The difference between LeBron and Beyonce in the story I said in the first segment is there are gatekeepers that decide if you could become LeBron and Beyonce. You have to go in AAU basketball. You have to go to college. The NBA scouts have to know who you are. You are not some random dude in Iowa who's just great at basketball and then you can go to the NBA. Entrepreneurship is somebody watching right now who's never made the leap, who has the talent. They don't need Harvard Business School. They don't need you and I. They need nothing.
That's right.
If you're good enough, the market will accept you. And that fact that we can all have an at-bat to do that is special. And you don't have that. And that's why American Idol worked. People got at-bats. It wasn't Clive Davis. And that's what entrepreneurship in America is.
There's fewer filters in the entrepreneurial
And whether they
space,
go by the motivation of you saying,
you've
got to do it this way, or if I'm saying it, you got to do it that way, or Cuban says it's that way, or Ferris says it's that way, whatever it is, as long as they keep hearing a lot of different things and make their own recipe, That's what I'm hoping to do.
What would you do differently if you were me?
And so one thing you need to know,
I'm asking for advice.
And I will give you
what
advice.
should I be doing that I'm not doing?
I will give you advice.
Yeah, yeah.
Two things. One, first and foremost, and this is super important to context. I don't have time to even keep up with my own world, so I have not audited enough to really know. I've asked some questions here, but I've got one. I've got one.
There you go.
This is my intuition.
Yeah.
So it can't be official.
Yeah.
When something is working, and clearly things are working for you right now, what I've noticed for a lot of people over the last decade is when something's working from a monetization standpoint, you start losing your balance of jabbing and right hooking. I think in a world where you're monetizing audience coming into things they pay for, that you have to find, and that's why you're doing this. And I think the more things like this, where you can provide upfront value with no clear path to transaction, finding that balance is a challenge for everybody.
Right.
And most of all, when it's going well. So I don't have a good read on how much free content, free access.
We do about 80%. 80%.
So there you go. So there you go. So then I would say 82%.
Yeah.
Or 84%. because I mean that, Grant, because what I do know is that people have a much longer life cycle when they disproportionately bring value.
Right.
When you are guilting, and that's the word, guilting people into buying a $1,000 program or a $20 book because you've given them more value. You've given them $1,001 up front, you win.
So I want to remind you guys, we're going to do a stream,
Yes.
a collaborated stream.
Yes.
Okay, for everybody that buys 50 books.
Ask Gary and Grant, 25, but I appreciate it. I'll take the 50.
25, okay. We'll give you double time if you do the 50.
I love it.
Okay.
I love it.
And we'll give you a shout out, and you'll be the first person in that conference.
Yeah,
It's going to be a private stream.
Before the end of March.
Before the end of March.
25 books or more.
Me and him are also going to do an event down here in Miami. I'm going to go ahead and commit him to that right now.
It's looking really good.
Okay.
No, really, this is 100% effort, and I just got to make sure my Dallas, San Francisco
we'll
works.
figure it out. And who's the real Gary V?
The real Gary V. The real Gary V wants every single person that he ever interacts with to come to his funeral. And he wants to give everybody he interacts with 51% of the value of the relationship because the real Gary V knows exactly what to fucking do with the other 49. Got it? And that is why I'm different. And I know it, and I know that.
Who works harder, me or you?
Me.
What's your deal with CAA, dude? What's the deal with
CAA? CAA is one of the biggest talent agencies in the world, and they right now represent all my speaking, which is quite lucrative for me. They always pitch me TV shows. When Shark Tank was taking a hard look at me, that goes through them.
Right.
But I don't want to do TV, so they're mad about that.
Yeah.
But they make plenty of fucking money on my hefty 7-figure speaking career, and that's really it. That story you were telling me about with the startup, I don't even know why that would go through them or how it did.
But so I don't know why either. Jared, did you get his name? Who's the cat's name?
Oh, Zach. Zach's my speaking agent, so I don't know. Like, he's looking through. Zach's the best.
But he was a dick on the call. Okay, I'll tell you right now.
That's respect.
Okay, give me one word.
That's what they're supposed to be.
Give me your one word.
Yes.
One word. First thought. Okay.
Go ahead.
I'll give you a word. You tell me what you think.
Go ahead.
Job.
Job. I thought Steve Jobs. Weirdly enough, think about branding. That's pretty good.
Yeah. Right.
Job. I think it's a necessity for a lot of people.
It's one word answers, dude.
Necessity.
Okay. Work.
Love it.
Money.
Solid.
Success.
Need it.
Failure.
Interested in it.
Vacation.
Love it.
Hustle.
The best.
Competition.
I want to bash them in the fucking face.
So you don't want to compete.
I
You
love.
want to crush.
I want to. I live for competition. When you ask me who works harder, this is honest truth.
Yeah.
The testosterone and other chemicals in my body, when you ask me, go so high it's crazy.
Oh, is that right?
I basically want to outwork. Do you know what my mission is? This is a secret small mission. The reason Daily V is being done is I want everybody to. I basically want to outwork everybody so substantially that people even stop debating if they're even in my solar system
Totally
of
agree
workout.
with that. And that should be everyone's measurement right there.
I'm gonna miss my flight.
Okay. No, you're not. No, you're not.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Yeah.
Hang on. No, you're good.
Go ahead. Let's go
I'll
fast.
get you
Fast.
there. Book deal.
One word answers.
Yeah.
Underpriced.
Interviews.
Love them.
Speaking gigs.
My high. I love being on stage.
Ask Gary V.
Value.
Power player right here, Gary V. I want you to be in that chair one day, okay? Every week I bring you somebody generous enough and somebody that's actually done it, okay? Gary, thanks for being here today, buddy.